The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
All right.
Mahalo.
No, not too soon.
Thank you.
I'll tell you why it's not too soon. Because I wasn't expecting you to do that.
Thank you.
So it was potent. It was very potent.
Good. I mean, there's a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, Todd, you wanted to say something?
But that's actually thank you.
Yeah.
You should have said aloha.
True.
Aloha.
And fuego.
Oh,
Is that not?
wrong language too.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
I like making it a multicultural.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I'll do a different all right every time I'm hearing a different,
Merci beaucoup, dude.
different language.
Yes.
I'll learn.
Yeah.
All right.
We're here.
Yeah.
Since we did our last show, there was a major tragedy that we want to talk about for a second.
Yes,
Something very
let's just
close
get
to
it
you.
out of the way
Yeah,
real fast. Look, I know Dan posted the little, like, what would you call that? I
mean,
want to say it's a promo,
You did like kind of
a
like
public service announcement,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
A personal public
a
service.
call to action.
Yeah, a personal / public service announcement. Everybody in the world knows that Lahaina was decimated by wildfires.
Look at the pictures. It
Yeah.
looks like a bomb went off.
And there's, I don't want to get into all the conspiracy theories that are going on with it now, like whether it was set purposely or to get the locals out, because that's all going on already.
And like the lack of upkeep and maintenance and shit. It doesn't matter
the
right
warnings
now.
didn't go off or whatever. The point is that I happen to have a good amount, more than a handful of people that I've known for over 30 years that are locals, that were born and raised there. They're Hawaiian, the Hawaiian people that are indigenous to Hawaii. And maybe 12 of them own homes, or I didn't get one response from anyone saying, oh yeah, it was fucked up. We're a lot
lucky.
of people, but we're lucky we nothing touched our house. Every single fucking person I know, their house burnt to the ground.
Now, take a second and think about if you lost everything that you own.
Right. And I've obviously had many conversations with some of these people, like once they got their service back and everything, and people started responding back to me. Everyone said the same thing too. It was like, holy shit, there's a fire, and within 3 minutes their fucking houses were on fire. So it was like, oh, go and grab the pictures of fucking grandma. Like, there was no time. It was a clothes on your back, get the fuck out. And a lot of people that they're finding now didn't make it out. So
You told me a couple stories, but try again. Everyone, try to think for a second. You just lost everything, and you see like your own dead neighbors, people you've known for years, who didn't make it. Like, this is not
running past people who are not making it. Like,
this is traumatic.
Yeah.
Shit.
The trauma is insane. These people lost everything. Like I said, there's many tragedies in the world, and I'm not a hard-hearted guy. I might act like I am, but I'm not. But this is personal. Like, I know these are people that I know and love, and that place held a very special meaning to me because I would go there often. So like, I just can't even go now. Like, just on my own personal selfish level, My point being this: these people lost everything. I happen to know from locals there, they're not getting everything that people are sending over there. There's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of like stuff's being donated, but it's being divvied out in different ways, and that happens with every fucking relief thing that happens.
It's who you know.
Earthquakes in Mexico, this and that. They send a bunch of shit. Some of it gets there, some of it doesn't. It gets picked through. There's corruption, all that kind of shit. But on my Instagram, which is at Todd Newman, right?
Yep.
You fucking know. The links for the GoFundMes are there. Those are going directly to those people.
That is one way you can truly help.
One way you can
directly.
truly help. Will they be up in the description?
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah, they'll be up in the description of the show.
We can do it for a month. I mean,
yeah, it's gonna take it's gonna take forever to rebuild.
And if you're listening to this and if you're watching and you're thinking about it, please pause the show and just go do whatever you can.
Yeah,
We'll be here when you're done.
And every little tiny bit counts. If everybody just a little tiny bit, but everybody gets together and does it, it helps.
1,000 people do $5. That's like $1 million or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Your math is so good.
So yeah, I hate you all know,
This is not, you don't ask you don't even promote your own shit that you care about.
Yeah, there's some weird fucking thing that I have inside me that like gets ashamed and embarrassed by that.
It's pride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I am swallowing my pride just for this occasion because
But that is
it's
because
so close
you
to
are
my
a
heart.
generous person. You really are a very generous person. And by talking about it, that's something you can't do. You've already sent a bunch of money to people.
Yeah.
But this is a nice way to help.
Yeah.
So if you can, check out the show description for links and pause the show. Go do it. And thank you for everybody.
Yeah.
For
And I'm
contributing.
also working with a couple of other people that I know that have organizations that send stuff for relief and everything. And like some of that money donated to some of these families would even just help pay to ship the stuff that they've collected, clothes and shoes and canned goods and everything over there. Because like I said, some of these organizations you donate to, even the ones that are, I'm not going to out organizations, but even the ones that are popular, it doesn't always get to the people that are directly the victims.
I'm sure those will be
Goes
an
to the
amazing
gov-
3-part Netflix documentary someday about the Great Red Cross.
Yeah, and it goes to the government, and then they figure out who gets what, and it doesn't always just like, here, you guys need food and water.
And not to say they're a bad organization, they do a lot of good.
But yeah,
it's
there's
not
a
perfect.
there's a lot of things in the middle that have to make that happen, and shit gets lost in the shuffle. The other thing too is most of the people still don't have electricity that do have their home standing up, or where the people that I know have been relocated to family down the road or up in the hills. They don't have service. They don't have clean water. The government issued a warning: don't even boil the water to drink it. Like it's not good. Oof. So like, all that shit's going on. It's a fucking nightmare.
Like I said to you when we talked on the phone, I just can't imagine that happening on an island. It's not like you can drive to Nevada and we have family
stuck.
there.
Yeah. You're stuck there.
So fucked.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do that.
Anyway, so yeah, please, help out a little bit.
Now let's talk about dicks.
All right.
We were talking before the show about we had
I'll donate a little something right into your mouth.
Ooh, hell yeah. I don't know how the conversation started, but we were talking about
Dicks?
no.
Pussies, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about pussies. That's right.
What were we talking about? How do you explain
What were
it?
we talking about? You explain it, because you were onto something.
We were talking about how there's an East Coast trait of honesty and
Humor.
using humor to deliver honesty, but without overshadowing the complexity of it.
Right.
And
You had that once upon a
I
time.
had that once upon a time.
She's
and
from New York
Upstate,
and basically grew up
let's be
in
real.
Boston. So
Right.
these are two like pretty funny, relatively that makes pretty tough people.
Yeah.
Mentally
Very
and physically
East
tough.
Coast
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Representative
Yeah,
of
very much.
East Coast
Yeah.
people, yes.
And I would say I moved here almost 15 years ago, and slowly
mean LA?
To LA,
Yeah.
and slowly but surely, and then I got really immersed in like yoga and wellness, and
It just sucked all the East Coast out of you.
It did, and like it's sad. Some parts that I've gained the compassion and kindness and things that I really didn't have much of then, and maturity and age, whatever the fuck. I love, but that, and people think I'm so fucking direct out here. I'm like, you have no idea.
She used to be one of the biggest ball busters.
idea.
I mean, that's part of why I fell in love with her is because of like her ball busting. No, though we've completely fallen out of love.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something.
Yeah.
Hey, hit me up if you want to get with this.
Yeah.
DMs are open.
And you have a shitty sense of humor about horrible things. And that's how you cope.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But
He
that
just
and that's what we're
jokes.
talking about. Is that like humor
Coping with jokes gets my dick hard.
so hard?
Both of y'all, yeah.
But I think. I mean,
that's happened to
you
me.
and I would have probably taken my own life when I was a teenager if I didn't have a sense of humor.
Yeah,
about
he
things.
fucking joking about like beyond the point of where you should, crossing the line.
Inappropriate humor is an East Coast trait that I never want to lose.
I never want to lose. I think the world at large could use more of it, and has lost a bunch of it in the last 5 years.
Losing
even.
more every day.
Yeah, and losing more by the minute. But like it's my coping mechanism. Like I can't get through shit without making horrible jokes about it.
it protects you.
Yeah.
And like you can say things under humor too that it might be harder to say with a straight face or in a serious setting.
Yeah.
But like, dude, I'd totally suck your dick right now.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a serious.
But that's not funny. Yeah.
Oh shit, I fucked it up.
You guys need to unpack
I was just
that.
kidding, guys.
You guys need to unpack. But I think the difference with you guys in particular, the two of you, and the people you roll with, and to some extent East Coasters, is it's not that you joke exclusively. You can fucking go deep and have hard conversations without humor for a few minutes at a time, right?
Small doses.
Yeah, it's like you have to know how to hit the gas and pump the brakes.
Yes.
Hit the gas, pump the brakes.
Yeah.
But when I hit the gas, I floor it.
It's like the way we make love. It
Yeah.
makes us great lovers.
Yeah,
you know when to
it does
give
make
and
us
take.
great lovers, amazing,
Power fuckers.
amazing lovers.
Again, those DMs are open, guys. If you want to get power fucked by Todd or Dan, hit us up.
If you want your pumps braked or brakes pumped,
Broken
pumps broked or some shit. Anyway, so support Maui. Thanks.
Yeah.
How you been, sir?
Mahalo.
Thank you.
And that was not planned. That just
Thank you.
came right from my heart.
Muchas gracias.
I want to start, if you don't mind,
Yes.
because you're happy right now, it feels like, and I want to ruin your mood.
Okay.
And I want to show you. We talked about this last
dick.
week. We talked about this with Heidi last week, and I wished you were here to see these videos. I want to show you a little bit of the way young people are currently making a lot of money.
What age are your kids?
17 and 14.
Do they fall in this
So-
age range?
15. She's gonna be 15.
Lola could be one of these people. So
Get ready.
they're streaming, and if you look on the screen, there's these little icons like ice cream and flowers, and people that are watching the stream send these like treats or emojis to these streamers, and whatever the streamer gets as far as ice cream, they have to act out what they're being given.
Right.
And each time they're given something, they're making like 10 cents, 20 cents, whatever it is.
Right.
These people do this for hours and hours, and they make $5,000 to $10,000 a week acting like this. And I want you to enjoy this.
Wow, a lot of gift for you. Flowers for me. Beautiful. Oh, thank you, baby. I love you. Ice cream so good. Ice cream so good. Keeping money gun. I got your name. Wow, a lot of gift for you. Hee-haw, yes. You got me feeling like a cowgirl. And you're right at huh? Gang, gang. Ice cream so good. Go crazy. Go crazy. Ice cream so good. Yes, 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 yes. Ice cream so good. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thank you, baby. This is so
Dude,
cute.
shut it off. I
Oh,
can't.
thank you, baby. I love you. No. Ice cream so good. Oh, a cake. It's not even my birthday. Thank you. Ice cream so good.
Is this a child?
Stop it. Yeah. First
No.
of all,
Oh, you need to show the other one.
she looks like a
better.
guy dressed up as a
Yeah.
girl, as a hooker, actually. She looks like that. And why can't I say that? That's what she looks like to
Yeah.
me. It's not, I'm not saying it's good or bad. That's what she looks like. Second of all, there's so many filters. You don't even know if this girl is real or AI generated at this point. Like,
Here's the reveal. That's me with filters on.
I was gonna say
No, it's
it
not.
could be. That's my other point. Is like, you know, but the fact that they're just giving money for her to freeform of whatever emoji she's getting is just.
My birthday. Ice cream.
It's
Thank
not
you.
her. It's fucking us on this end watching it that are the fucking morons.
It's everything's.
You know what I mean?
It's what feeds what.
Yeah. Like it's just fucking dumb and stupid. Like if I ever caught my daughter doing shit like that, I'd be like, you better fucking start showing some talent to make money. Because if this is what you're gonna depend on, I failed as a parent.
But like I said last week, like these are our future lawyers and doctors and she could be
not.
president.
They're not even gonna be that. Like, do you know what I'm
I don't know.
saying? Like,
I'm so worried.
They're not.
Okay, we only have 3 more videos. These are shorter though. But look
You're
at
going to
it.
show the others.
Oh, of course. Well,
The
I'm
youngs.
gonna show the one from today.
How spicy?
Not spicy.
Hot dog, yum! Hot
Dude, it's making me angry. Like,
good. There's only two more.
It makes me want to punch your fucking computer. Like,
I'm gonna say the best one for last. I think. All right.
This is the same person. Though,
Same
right?
person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Slay, huh? Slay, huh?
Slay.
Gang, gang. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. Yes, yes, yes. Ice cream so good. Hey, hi, yes. You got me feeling like a cowgirl. Let me read it, huh?
What's gang gang?
It's just something idiots say. And then this one just blows my mind. And then we're done.
I'm just too old, man.
Oh, thank you, user. What is the noise again? Quack, 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 quack. Rah, rah. Gang, gang.
Quack, quack, quack.
Gang, gang.
See, you're getting some
so good.
pleasure out of it. I'm not at all.
No.
Like,
it's only because the first time I saw it, I went through the emotions that you're going through now of just deep anger and confusion and
I'm not
depression.
confused at all.
Confused how this happens.
I'm fucking livid.
That's what I said. That's the word I used. I just can't believe that this is like entertainment.
Yeah, like, why do you have to become a lawyer or a doctor or fucking whatever?
What's the
if you
incentive?
can make $10,000 a week doing this.
And that's what I said. Is like, where is the incentive to? If I could just sit here and be like, gang, night of my birthday, yum 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 yum.
Dude, I just traveled abroad. This is the reason why the rest of the world is kicking our ass.
This is happening worldwide.
Yeah, but here it seems
it might be worse.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
It's so disgusting.
I'll play you the first one that we got into with that. Where is it?
These are like children.
Where are they?
And I wonder if there is some entity behind them too, like
what?
Like some adult.
Oh God.
That's like, all right, you got to get on 5 hours a day. This is your cut. All you got to do is these things. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I wonder,
like a powerful Oz,
a broker, like like
pimp.
just a
Like an
company
agent.
that does it. Yeah, like
a pimp.
Yeah.
So this is the one that it got me hooked.
Hot. It's my birthday. Tick tock. I got the soccer ball. Ice cream. Ice cream. Oh, hot the bird.
Hang on.
Oh, hot the
Todd's
bird.
leaving the room mentally.
Hang on.
You call Lola?
I don't know if she's gonna answer.
Oh, I would love to know.
I know. I want to know Grace. Yeah.
Grace must know about this stuff.
Call has been
Shit.
Oh wait, she texted me. So
What, Dad?
So the one being zapped, she's just being zapped. Someone keeps hitting a lightning bolt because they think it's so
Right.
funny, and they just keep doing it. They're still going.
yeah, but you know what? This is like prepping for live sex camp, like where the
That's what I said. I'm like, why are these bitches being porn stars?
Well,
yeah, that's what this is like grooming for porn stars because there's a bunch of dudes fucking watching, chatting, rub your pussy, open your lips, squeeze your tits together, whatever. That's what they're being groomed for, and they don't even fucking realize.
So here you go. So
10
today,
years there'll be a documentary.
the first videos that we just watched, the tranny as you called her, and the blonde chick. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at them. I'm like, I was on Twitter looking at their pages. I'm like, both these girls are pretty hot. There must be some other. There must be something on here. So I looked at their profile, and it says like, go to my links, and I went through 3 or 4 of them. All of them have OnlyFans pages.
yeah.
So I think this is a way to get people like, see, so you can see it publicly and you watch for hours and they're hot, and then it sends you to Patreon where they probably are doing not Patreon, OnlyFans,
right,
where they're probably doing exactly what you're talking about.
Lolo's calling.
All right, great.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you're on the radio right now, so don't say anything
It's the
fucking
real
stupid.
deal.
All right, so there are these videos. What are those? TikTok? Or
They're
whatever they
TikTok,
are?
Twitter,
All
Instagram.
right, have you ever seen these videos where like girls will be on the screen and a bunch of people are sending them emojis and they have to like act out whatever anybody's sending them?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe means yeah.
Like,
All right, listen.
Flowers for me, beautiful. Oh, thank you, baby. I love you. Ice cream so good. Ice cream so good.
Like people who do that kind of shit. And there's a bunch of filters going on. So you've seen those videos, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever done any of those videos?
No.
All right, thank God. You better not do any of those fucking videos or you're finding a new fucking place to live.
Good job, Lola.
Have you given money?
Does she know anybody?
Whoa.
Do you know any? Do any of your friends do those videos?
Nobody posts videos like that.
But you guys have watched them, right?
Yeah, I've probably seen one.
Don't give me though. I've probably seen one. Just say I've seen one.
I didn't inhale.
What you're talking about? Like,
You might have to send me the video and I'll send it
I
to
will,
her and
for sure.
she'll see it. But all right, just make sure you don't fucking do those
Ever.
or watch them
I won't.
because I hate them.
Okay, bye.
And you want to please daddy, right?
Ew.
Oh, ew, you're gross.
All right, I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Probably,
Listen.
maybe. I don't know.
I've heard of them, I think, in
And
ancient
maybe.
texts. You're doing a good job as a father, by the way.
Yeah.
You did something right. I actually, and honestly, I
Keep
didn't,
her off the pole.
I didn't think that your kids were like that.
They're not, but her and her friends do videos, all the time. I
course.
catch them.
Are they TikTokers?
Yeah, they all have TikTok accounts, but like my stipulation was you have to make yours private and accept your friends or whatever. God knows if she's still doing that. Like I don't safety check them. Like
Right.
the rule in our house is we trust you until we don't trust you anymore.
That's a great way to be.
You know what I mean? Like, so if we find some shit out, then I'll take it away. But no, they all get on there and that's how they communicate. But just the other thing too that was fucked up, she knows where every single one of her friends are at all times.
They all have Find My Friends?
Well, they all have some sort of app where, oh, they're at Starbucks right now, I'm going to go over there. Or, oh, so-and-so's at, Magic Mountain or whatever. And I'm like, I would never, growing up, want anyone to know where I was that I wasn't with.
Because we all had groups of friends, and there's some nights there's just one person you didn't want to be there.
Right.
So you wouldn't answer the phone. You wouldn't tell them where they were.
And I just don't compute. That doesn't compute to live that way with me.
I would kind of.
Now I have trackers on my kids.
Well, different story.
Like Life 360. So like I know when they've gotten on the bus to come home from school. But that's a safety thing too. And that's something that I will discontinue once they're out of my house.
I was about to ask you, when they're 18, are you
But they can't see me on there. Whereas like I know a lot of parents, the kids, like I'm with Lola and her friends, say, and I'm driving. And do you know what time your mom's picking up? Well, she's on so-and-so road right now. And like they're on. I'm like, no. Oh, no. You can't,
mystery.
You can't know where I am, but I know where you are.
You don't,
That's
like,
the way this is working.
You behave if you don't know if your dad is home or outside the window at your friend's house.
Yeah. Like the other day, where was I? I don't even remember where I was coming from, but it's not important. But I was coming home, and it was like 8:00 at night, and I saw where she was, like close to the street where I live, like with her friends.
Yeah.
And I just rolled up on her friends and rolled down the window, and I called her, and I'm like, what are you doing in that bakery with those people? And she's like, where are you? And she turns around, and I'm just right there in the middle of the street.
Pull up.
Oh my god.
That's half the fun.
Yeah.
That is fun.
Yeah.
That's a fun part.
Do you have any? Do you guys have any friends on Find My Friends? I have a couple. Oh shit. Rude, dude.
You do?
Unbelievable. Yeah. Our other friend Todd. For some reason, him and I share locations.
Whoa! You have another friend, Todd.
Don't worry, he's taller.
When's Heidi coming back?
He's
Because
taller
you're
than
gonna
you.
Need a co-host here.
He's taller than you, but he's completely bald. So you kill him in the hair department.
All right, cool.
I was watching a David Lynch video last night, and I feel like he might be one of your hair heroes.
Oh yeah, David Lynch.
Epic.
100%.
Epic hair.
Yeah, him. Who else? Sam. What's his name?
Elliot.
Yeah.
Yeah, good hair.
Good hair, good mustache.
Great mustache.
Good
I've told the
voice.
story
Good
before,
voice
but
too.
voice.
when I was doing my part on A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper
Your
and
role.
Lady Gaga.
The role you secured.
Yeah, I spent the day with Sam, and no, it was amazing being able to talk to him and like looking at me and hearing the voice of guy from Roadhouse talking to me. It was like
ho.
it was so good.
Yeah.
And he called me partner, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
would have got hard.
Yeah. It was it was pretty amazing. You just saw Oppenheimer.
I did.
Tell me about it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to it, but I hear different things.
I loved it.
Okay.
I thought it was fucking amazing.
Did you do the 70 millimeter?
I did the 70 millimeter IMAX, whatever big deal thing.
I hear the sound is incredible.
The sound is incredible. It was almost too powerful at times for me. Because I'm old and my old ears are sensitive. I was like, Jesus, fucking loud. But the sound design was amazing. The thing that I loved about the direction of the film is most directors are very careful to, I'm going to use the same references I used for Sex before.
Most are trannies?
Yeah, most are trannies. Most directors hit the gas and pump the brakes, like so that the audience can digest stuff and catch up. And, you know, while we just hit them with a lot, let's pull back a little bit, give them a chance to regroup, and then pump the hit the gas again. And this one, he starts with the gas full, and it just keeps on going to the end of the movie for fucking
3 hours.
We're to the point where, like, I had to piss once or twice during the movie, and I did not want to get up and leave. Where anytime I've been in a movie and sometimes I just get up and go out. I don't even have to piss. I'm like, I just got to walk out and come back in for a second or I'm going to fall asleep. I was fucking riveted, glued to the screen the entire time. And the amazing thing I think that Chris Nolan did too is the soundtrack does the same thing. Like, I started noticing the scoring is just revving and revving and revving and revving. Like, it just keeps revving throughout the whole film.
I don't. If people listening who have never created something, what you're describing is so hard to do
and pull it off without it being
like, come
off-putting.
on, yeah.
No, it was fucking.
Did you
amazing.
watch Uncut Gems?
Yeah. All the softie movies are that way. They make you have anxiety. This didn't make me have anxiety.
But you're just like,
you're just glued the whole time. But I like that the Safdie brothers do that.
Me too.
Like, I love that feeling, and they do it well.
Yeah,
where it's just like
chaos, anxiety.
See, here's the thing: is what the Safdie brothers do in their films. What I get from it is they throw you left turns. Oh my God, I did not see that coming, and bam, bam, like it's heightened like that, where you're getting the anxiety. Like, let's throw as much shit on top of this character that he just can't deal with. And how the fuck is he going to get out of this? Whereas this was like, you weren't, it wasn't getting
bombarded.
You weren't bombarded by all the problems that were going on. It was just, the pacing just kept going and going and going. And like every word made, you didn't want to miss a word of the dialogue. And the acting was great. There was only one maybe thing, and this is my personal opinion. Matt Damon's in it, and he did
wonderful.
He did a great job. Like, he was fine, but I just kept thinking, "Oh, that's Matt Damon." Like, I felt like they should have cast someone who was a little more character actory. That was the only flaw that I had with the film.
You and I had a quick talk about this the other night, and I said that when in doubt, cast Michael Shannon in that role. Who is probably my favorite actor.
He's great.
But no one knows his name.
Yeah.
You see his face, you're like, I know that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Oh, that's the guy who was in the thing.
Yeah.
That's the guy who
He's
was in
always
the thing.
perfect, and he can kind of blend in any role.
Yeah. That was the only thing that I was like kind of like about. But I thought it was fucking amazing. Because I already know the story and what the outcome is going to be just because of history. And still, you know, I'm like on the edge of my seat. Like, how is this going to play out? How is this going to play out?
I can't wait to see it, but
it's also like two films in one, if you ask me, because there's like the building of a bomb and then there's an inquisition. It's not like a trial, but they kind of, there is a point. Some people who saw it, whether I was having discussions with, were like, I feel like it was like an hour too long. And I was like, I don't disagree, but you and I talked about this. When something's good, you can put another 3 hours in it. I'm fine with it. Because there did feel like a line of demarcation where the film could have ended right there. But I wanted it to keep going. So I was glad that they put that extra hour in.
Did it make you, like, I feel like you can't help but think about nuclear weapons and how that happened and where we're at. Did you have anything?
Yeah, the thoughts that I had was if they were able to do what they were doing back then, I can't believe with the maniacs that we live with that the world hasn't blown up already.
Oh, dude, did they talk at all about like what Russia did later? Like Russia's version of the bombs?
They go into the possibilities of what could be because they stay in the present during that part of the film, and then they're kind of like a little bit after the fact. But they don't really. They allude to what could happen. You know, what could be.
I was Googling.
The moral dilemma is definitely part of the Oppenheimer story.
I was Googling nuclear weapons recently after an Oppenheimer talk, and they showed like there was like a graph of showing how big Hiroshima was and Nagasaki, which is a massive explosion. And then we did another kind of test with like a bigger bomb, which is quite a bit bigger. And then there was the fourth big, massive atomic bomb test was done by Russia, and they dropped it on an island in the middle of the ocean. And the pilots who dropped the bomb had a 50-50 chance of survival because of how big the explosion was going to be to maybe get out of there.
Right.
So they dropped it. The bomb went off. It made their plane nosedive 3,000 feet, but they were able to pull out of it.
Right.
The smoke, it went up 50 miles, and the mushroom cloud was 64 miles wide.
Wow.
And it was something like 30 or 40,000 times what Hiroshima was.
Right.
And they realized like, you can't use this.
Right. That's part of the story too, and I won't ruin any of the plot line or whatever, but that's part of the questioning back and forth too. Like, if one person creates this, the other person has to create it too, so that you can't use it, kind of thing. Like,
Mutually assured destruction.
Yeah. So it's like it gets into that dilemma, which it's smart. It's a really smart film, and I like those kind.
And you didn't feel like you're being preached to about nuclear weapons. I mean, it's a very important.
No, you're just hearing the story. Yeah. Like you're hearing both sides of the coin, the argument for, the argument against. You're seeing a lot of the behind the scene. Like they're pulling back the curtain on how this all came about and kind of the political fallout after. They don't really go into the destruction fallout. I mean, they do. They talk about it, but they don't like show that, you know. And the other weird thing too for me is I was just in Japan for the first time. So like,
were you anywhere near there?
No, but
I would like to see it at some point.
In hindsight, like I was just there a couple weeks ago. So like in hindsight, I'm thinking, holy shit, like we did that there. Like that was their country. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking insane.
Have you been to Pearl Harbor?
No.
Oh. That's another thing you got to do. You go to Hawaii quite a bit.
Yeah,
you got to.
I've been on that island, but I just never got to like the actual.
Go
site.
stand there. You can see like one of the boats underwater. It's like it's a pretty powerful thing. Right. But you think about like imagine being alive when that happened and.
Well, you know what else it makes me think?
What the fuck did they
do? Exactly what you're talking about.
Is it too much? Yeah.
You think like now is as bad as it's ever been. Right. And then you start like really digging into history books and you're like, no, if you were alive at that time and didn't know about any of the progression of the world that we live in, it was that bad and it was that fearful.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, oh, well, there's too much information out there and everybody's scared of shit because there's false information. Imagine having no information, but knowing that that's going on. You know what I mean?
I actually don't know this. So when the bomb was dropped, no one knew that those capabilities were possible? Like,
people did.
Okay, they did.
Yeah.
So other nations knew that we had a nuke? Or that we had that?
Yeah, again, I don't want to ruin the movie.
Well, it's history.
Like,
I mean, but a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, one of the points that they go over in the film is, well, we kind of have to drop this bomb so that people know.
Right.
Because it's just a conclusion that they're making of whether we can do this or not, or, you know, that kind of thing. And there's a race to who can do it first. And then, you know, do we test it first somewhere and film the testing so that people can see in other countries what we're doing? Like so all of it is there, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's insane. And you should see, just for the historical sake of it too. And then
It's just so wild that happened.
there's like, you know how we were talking about how we use comedy to deal with tragedies like that. I'm considering making a documentary about this called Wisenheimer, just so you can get some of the humor. All right, that bordered on dad joke. I get that.
I loved it. I loved
It's a dark
it.
dad joke.
Weisenheimer.
It's not a dad joke if you could see it on SNL, and that could be on SNL.
Yes, that could be on SNL.
Oh, that's funny shit. Weisenheimer.
Oppenheimer and Weisenheimer.
And you've not seen Barbie yet.
No, I won't fucking pay my money, and it's not even the money.
It is so
I won't
good.
waste my time in the theater.
No.
I'm not saying it's not good, and I actually do want to see it because I heard it's got some really funny shit in it, and da-da-da, but I'm not wasting.
It's not a waste.
Getting in the car and driving to the theater and parking and walking and waiting and fucking waiting online to buy popcorn and fucking waiting for all the trailers and sitting in the you know, I'm not doing that for Barbie. I watch it as soon as it hits cable.
I know. It's one of those movies where I was so happy that I gave them my money. Like Greta Gerwig rules. She makes great movies.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying. Oh, I'm not gonna.
You're a woman hater.
I'm not gonna see Barbie and it's stupid and Barbie. Blah, blah. That's not where I'm coming from at all. I know the kind of film that it turned out to be, and I just. To me, Oppenheimer needed to be seen in a theater for the full experience of that film. I just don't think I need to see Barbie in the theater. And I'm not a moviegoer. Like, I watch tons of fucking films, but I'm not a theater guy.
What was your last theater movie before Oppenheimer?
Joker at the beginning of the fucking
Jesus.
pandemic.
2019?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That I
Really?
saw in a theater.
Wow.
No, actually, that's not true.
Premieres don't count.
Okay.
You've been to premieres.
I've been to premieres.
So it's
Premieres
not premieres.
don't count.
Tell us been to the movie since 2006. If it's
Yeah.
just premieres to the wall.
I've been to maybe 4 or 5 premieres. But there was one other movie. I saw the Wes Anderson film.
Oh, the new one.
Not the newest one. Not the
hotel
Planet
one?
Asteroid. The one after the hotel one. The
Isle
French
of Dogs
one.
or what?
Blah, blah.
The French one. It was
could
good.
not make it.
I liked it. I liked that it was so fucking weird.
He
I
makes
love
great
him
movies.
as a filmmaker. He's one of my favorite filmmakers.
It's a style that like no one can ever.
No, that's
even
completely
attempt
original.
It.
Yeah.
It's just don't even try.
It's a world of his own.
Yeah.
Like just as much as Quentin
No shot is off.
Tarantino.
Every shot is straight like a storybook.
Just as much as Quentin Tarantino makes his own little worlds with his own products that the characters use, and you know the cigarettes they smoke are red apples, and like he
and
has
it goes in every movie.
and it's and it's even more so than that. He's so stylized you cannot. It just has to be him that directs.
for him
it.
to it's just the dialogue.
Yeah,
there's
so
such a
good.
Tarantino dialogue.
Yeah, but French Dispatch. That was the last one I saw in the theater. Actually,
Yeah, I'm trying to go to the movies more. Again.
I'm narcoleptic in the theater. Like even if it's decent movie,
I fell asleep. I
start
nodded off
falling asleep
a couple
yeah.
times in Barbie. I had to
did?
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Snore.
I just immediately that comes from like my conditioning when I would take the kids to the movies to see the films
That was for
they
you to
wanted.
rest.
Yeah, I would like be like, great, let's go to the movies. Give them fucking candy, popcorn. They're fucking wired on sugar, watching the film, and I'm just out.
Wow.
And that kind of never went away.
Okay, Oppenheimer's on the list.
But Oppenheimer, I did not feel one iota of sleepiness.
Speaking of destruction, when this comes out, I'm less than 2 weeks from my vasectomy.
Wow, I've had one.
I know. Have I told you about when I went and got my consultation? I haven't. No. I went. Maybe it feels like it was 3 months ago. It was supposed to be a quick, like you go in, get this consultation, and book it. But insurance has been a nightmare for me. But he went in. I didn't know that I was going to get my balls played with by the guy. And I laid
It's
down.
funny because they didn't do that in mine.
He didn't use his mouth on you or anything.
Nope.
Oh, weird. They didn't test your balls to see if they were sensitive.
No. They really. No, wait. I'm not even being fucking funny. Did
you get a consultation?
Yeah, I got a consultation. He sat across from me, asked me questions why I was.
And he
doing
didn't
it.
suck your dick?
He didn't suck my dick. No, for real. They didn't touch my balls at all until I was on the table.
This guy had
the
me
procedure.
lay down, take my pants down, But I'm so glad he did because it felt great. But he started grabbing where they're gonna cut, and he was like pulling on it.
No, that did not happen.
Please tell me you're kidding.
No.
Did you mention?
No.
Did you mention you were sensitive?
No.
just
He just
part
wanted
of
to
the
do.
procedure.
He wanted to examine everything, make sure it was cool. So and I was like, yes,
Dude,
he had gloves
you
on.
got raped.
Fuck.
You got raped. And you still even haven't had the procedure yet.
Just wait.
Yeah. So
I'll tell you why the insurance isn't coming through, because they're like dicey.
need to call the authorities.
Prostitution.
All the fucking complaints about this doctor.
They're like, we have a number for you. Please call LAPD Crisis Center. No, but he started like he was like grabbing and pulling at where the cut happens, and I was like, oh, ow. And he goes, "Is that?" He goes, "It seems like you're very. That's like it hurts for you." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, this is what it's gonna feel like." I was like, "Even with the
Dude, I'll tell you why he didn't do that to me. Because he asked me, "Is your back tattooed?" And I said, "Yes, the whole thing." He was like, "Okay, no need for the consult. You'll be able
shut the fuck up, you."
You'll be
He
able
asked,
to
he's
take
like,
it. Yeah.
I noticed your entire back was tattooed.
He's like, "No consultation." He was like, "Hey, excuse me, nurse. We got a man here. Book him."
Give me my pliers. We're going in. It's funny you mentioned the tattoo
and
thing.
I was awake and like, they were the worst part to me was they numbed me, like Novocaine or whatever, like the
Did you have the
shot
gas?
to get no.
What the fuck are you doing laughing over there?
We were cracking jokes. Like I was cracking jokes to the doctor while the procedure was going on.
Do you know that my guy?
Like I was making dick jokes
there
to
will
him.
be no jokes cracked.
My guy suggested I be put under.
Because he saw your back unfinished.
Get naked, do it 360.
Cream.
Nurse, we're putting him under.
It was
no,
you took your
'cause he
clothes
was.
off and walked
No,
to the
I
table
was
and he was
wide
like,
awake. I had no consultation. And that's just the way I thought it went. But apparently,
There's other ways.
There's other
He
ways
hurt
for
me.
bitches.
He hurt me.
Oh,
So it hurt, and I was like, "It's really uncomfortable." He goes, "Well, this is kind of what it's going to feel like." I said, "Even with the injection?" He goes, "Yeah, this is kind of. It's a little bit of discomfort." You felt nothing?
I felt nothing like during the procedure. I will tell you this: you're like, oh, it'll be a little discomfort after, the afterwards, and like, I like had for like maybe 3 hours after the procedure, I was like, oh, it's not really that bad. And then for the next 2 days, I was
kill
like,
you.
I got to stay in bed, like
Okay.
walking around hurt.
Can you piss? That's all fine. Okay, you can't shower though,
Yeah,
right?
but you can't. I forget the length, but like it's like
6 inches.
You can't have sex or jerk off for like
A week.
no, it's a couple of weeks,
Yeah,
and then you have to jerk off like every day, a couple times a day or something.
Business as usual.
Yeah, for when you go back in to have it tested to
Yeah, yeah,
see.
that I know.
Yeah,
That
it's
I
like
know.
you got to clean out the
Yeah.
stuff that got left off past where they pinched you off.
So he literally
Because you're not getting, it's a misconception. You're not getting cut. They clamp it.
no. Well, I'm getting cut.
No, then
No, I am, and that's the
dude,
that-
you're going to some old
the
doctor
clamp
that
comes
does it.
off. The clamp comes off. This is like my main doctor. She went to this guy because she said that they're seeing too many people whose clamps come off. Like the clamps are coming off all the time. So you cut it, cauterize,
if you go to a
and
good
clamp.
doctor, the clamp doesn't come off, and
What?
you don't have to have a consultation, and you're awake during the procedure.
No, I went to this
couldn't
guy
get
because
into your
this guy does the full. It's a cut, cauterize, clamp, the whole deal.
we couldn't get into your special guy.
Yeah. But anyway, so he suggested I be put under, but my insurance.
My guy was like telling me other people that he's worked on too, like notables.
Really?
Oh my god.
I mean, it's not really. I mean, it's you shouldn't do that, but I mean, people should be getting vasectomies. Any good ones?
Not that I really remember. I just remember it being awfully odd.
It's like you shouldn't. It's this HIPAA or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm going
I do
in.
remember though when he called me a couple days later and he said, I'm going to call you tomorrow to see how you are. And I didn't get that call. And then a few days later he called. He's like, how are you? I was like, well, I'm really fucked up. And you said you were going to call the next day. And I've been waiting for you to fucking call. And there was just silence on the other end. I'm like, dude, I'm just kidding. He didn't think it was funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did not think it was funny.
Oh.
I'm sure there's like all kinds of legalities, like, you know, like that they got to deal with, but he did not think it was
He didn't
funny.
find your humor.
No.
So I'm going in middle of September, and I'm getting the injection, and I'm getting gas.
Dude.
My balls hurt, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know if I could do this anymore with you. Like, be friends.
Breaking up with me? I'm not happy either. I was hoping it was going to be like he'll feel down there, like it's good to go. And then since it started hurting when he was doing that, now I'm thinking about it every day and stressing about it.
It's making it 10 times worse.
And I asked her the other day. I said,
dude, let me tell you this.
What?
A week after you get the procedure done and you're like healed up, and you won't even... I forget at times that I've had it done.
You blocked it out like childbirth. It actually hurt a lot, I bet.
It didn't.
Yeah, it sure did.
I blocked it out because, like, I don't remember I got it.
That's what I want.
It was such a nothing thing.
Now, let me ask you this question, because I didn't know the answer. Would you rather stress about it for 3 months and have it and feel nothing and you worry about it, or you don't give a fuck and then it's pretty uncomfortable for 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Get it over with.
One.
15 minutes. No, not the second. Not the Dan way. I'd do it the Todd way.
No, I didn't say the Dan way.
And get. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying if I had a choice, would you? I'm saying
the Dan way is to fucking stress about it for 3 months and then gas and fucking have your ass tickle with a feather and all that kind of shit.
You're making this about me. I'm asking a general question. If you had a choice, stress for 3 months and worry it's going to hurt and then feel nothing, or you don't even think about it for months, and then it actually hurts for 15 minutes.
Hurts for 15 minutes. Why stress myself out for fucking 3 months? Especially if it's not going to hurt. You know what I mean? Like, if I know that you're telling me a question that I know the outcome to.
People have bad vasectomies all the time. Oh my God. And then you become like that tranny on the fucking video.
Begging for fucking ice cream emojis.
Speaking of the... It hurts, thank you. It hurts, thank you. On our Patreon, we had a comment.
Wait, let's go back to that for 1 second. Yeah, I'm going to cut you off because it just popped in my head. I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about in those videos. Like,
no one does.
I don't know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Like,
okay, boomer.
Yeah, I am. I'm an old man. Like, it makes me feel like an old man watching those things.
She's being given like a little ice cream emoji, or a cowboy, or people do a thing where it puts a cowboy hat on her,
right?
And then they are doing that to get her to have the response of like, ice cream, and like, I'm a cowboy, yeehaw,
right? But
gawk.
Yeah, but what's that one?
I don't know.
They're sending her cocks to stuff.
It's probably a cucumber.
Yeah,
send over the eggplant or whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so weird. Shit is so weird.
Yeah, I can't. I can't believe that's a thing.
You pointed out this misconception that I'm a pussy for not finishing my back piece. And we had a response today on Patreon from our good friend Kristen Cutlip. And she says, I own a shop, I'm married to a tattoo artist, and I've been using numbing cream on my stomach and back. The back has probably been my least favorite place to get tattooed. It's just so goddamn big. I've been working on my back for a decade now because I hate it so much. My husband does say that he has to do more passes over my skin when I choose to use the cream, but my tattoos have healed great. I use Numb 520. I need a hookup, please, and only sit for 3 hours. I'm proud to be a little bitch.
Wow.
Great. You can have a vasectomy with Dan. The bitch way.
So, Kristen, thank you for the support. I wish I was stronger, but I'm not.
But here's the thing, too, is I'm able to walk around like without my shirt on with pride.
Oh, don't think I don't think about it. Like I went to the last 2 weekends, Al Jurgensen from Ministry has these like pool party barbecues, which is, first of all, just so crazy surreal that I'm doing this. I went on Sunday, and it was there, and then like 3 of the original, like the best lineup of Nine Inch Nails was there, and I'm sitting at a table hearing these like inside stories. And
right. It's awesome.
It was like, I can't believe this is happening.
Especially to a little bitch like you.
Fuck.
I'm so lucky.
There is no God.
But
I'm so lucky.
I'm at this like pool party, and like it was very hot in the valley, and there's a beautiful pool over there. And I'm like, I'm not taking
your shirt off.
I haven't seen
tits on front, shitty tattoo on the
time,
back.
You know what I did the last time I was at a pool party? Because you were there.
Suspended?
I suspended with hooks in my back.
That was the last time you were at a pool party?
Yeah.
Wow, that was like 14 years ago.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet.
But I had all my clothes off other than my underwear and had hooks in my back with blood dripping down my back. You were also swinging over a pool.
You were also pretty fit then too.
I was pretty fit then.
I don't know if
I don't know if I would disrobe as early on in the process now as I did back then.
How humiliating would it be if you were at a pool party and you turned your back to the crowd to take your shirt off and like put a towel up over your tit here and go in,
fold in
and then
one on my head.
And as you get in the pool, you take the towel off so people can't see your body anymore. I'm a confident man. Don't worry about it. We have another. So we're talking about last week. Heidi was on, and she told her story about faking the limp, which I think was one of her best moments, best stories. And I talked about the shame of like I would never ride in that cart, the airport cart. And Stephanie on our Patreon said, Heidi's limp had me absolutely deceased. Also, I'm with Dan. I'm not riding on one of those loud ass carts in an airport. I had double knee replacement and got to the airport 3 hours early just so I had time to walk to my gate.
That's what normal fucking people with balls do.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Yeah. Pretty good shit.
It was good.
Here's something along those lines, and that I'm very proud of. I have 2 children. It's not easy raising children. Anybody who out there,
especially Asian ones, because they can't see anything.
Yeah, they can't see anything. You're like a fucking their guide dog. Never once in my life ever did I wear one of those
Baby Bjorns?
Yeah, Baby Bjorns or any kind of thing to hold the kid in. Like, boom, bad back and all. Probably made it worse. Yeah. You hold your fucking kids. You don't put them in a thing so your hands are free to do whatever the fuck you want to do.
I'd be Bjorn all the way.
No. I'm very proud of that fact. And I like say it and my wife's like, whatever. Like,
what is the pride? What is the pride about?
Because men hold their children. They don't put on some fucking woman's fucking thing.
But what if the baby's here and you're fingering 2 bitches with the free hands?
That's different.
You didn't even think about it. You didn't think it through.
You're fingering them, but you're holding them by their ankles while they're sitting on your shoulders like this.
Or you have the women you're fingering hold the babies for you.
Yeah, you have them take care of them.
That's respectful. That's the way to do it.
But no, I never ever used one of those things once, ever. And that
so
to me, that
so you think that's
falls
emasculating? A baby Bjorn is.
I think it's 100% emasculating, and I think just fucking pick up your fucking kid.
But it keeps them close to your
I
heartbeat.
think they're so
They're
cute.
just as close, and believe me, they're feeling dad's protecting them and holding them.
Well, it's like being
Instead
a kangaroo.
of them being like on your chest, like fuck that.
It's like being a kangaroo, dude.
No, it's not. It's nothing. The kangaroo is
pouch.
holding them in the pouch of my fucking.
No, it's a
gums.
pocket. It's a pocket.
I put it in the same category as I don't ride on the fucking thing in the airport. You know what I mean? I don't use numbing cream. I get my dick chopped properly with no anesthesia.
You had anesthesia.
No, I didn't.
You had an injection.
Well,
That's
Local.
They give a local.
Yeah, but I didn't
Don't
have
fucking try to do
gas.
that.
You're having a mask put over your face so that you're unconscious.
Dude,
for
if
it.
I could be in a medically induced coma for 3 weeks, I would do it. 3 weeks. I want to wake up
where
and
you
be
and
fucking.
I differ.
That's the only place we differ.
It's the only place, but that's where you and I differ.
Definitely the only one.
When we do the show, you basically have 2 female co-hosts, and it's fine.
Yeah,
It's totally fine. I never showed you this. I was on.
and you have a sweet set of tits. It actually all makes sense now.
My tits are going away.
And nice hips.
Oh, you fucking cunt!
I never
Nice
say that.
birthing hips.
Wow.
That's your line.
We should probably wrap up. Even though we have 20 minutes left, we should probably wrap this up. I was on Facebook a while ago. I took a screenshot of this, and I never
You go on
asked.
Facebook? What a pussy!
Fuck! I never asked you about this, but this popped up.
Yes.
I want to know if you can tell me what it's about. It's a thing that says Todd Newman's post goes against our community standards on nudity or sexual activity, and there's 2 posts
really?
from January.
From 2020.
Yeah.
I wonder what they were. I
don't know.
honestly,
I don't remember. I remember taking this, but I don't know what it's about.
I shared something like with the Hawaii things like on my Facebook page. Other than that, I never go on Facebook. So I don't. This is the first time I'm seeing those. So I don't know.
What could you have possibly posted? Todd Newman's post goes against our community standards on nudity or sexual activity. Was it your back tattoo?
Oh, maybe because my ass is in that shot. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm sure I meant to ask you this 3 years ago.
But does that mean someone reported it? Or does that mean
either their algorithm picked it up or someone reported it?
Yeah, I wonder. I'll go on later tonight and we'll try and get it for the next show and find out what they were.
I thought that was so funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I wasn't aware of that.
These were alerts that were like in my notifications. So everyone on your feed probably got a notification that Todd's a sex predator or some shit.
But it was in 2020?
2020.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right before the pandemic. I mean, this is, this is when everything started going bad for everybody.
It could be. No, I'm trying to scan
you and Chung
my
sex
brain.
tape that you.
I posted a couple of. I think. I don't know if it was when. No, I don't think it was when he died. But I posted a couple of Dolomite album covers.
Okay.
To Rudy Ray Moore, and there's
titties on there, right?
Titties and he's sitting there naked, and a few of them. And
did you watch the Eddie Murphy movie?
Where he played?
Yeah,
yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, I got turned on to the Rudy Ray Moore and the Dolomite stuff years and years and years ago. So I was glad that they did a.
Do you like the actual stuff?
Yeah, I love it.
You do.
I love it. Yeah. All right. It could be those. I don't know. I'll try and find out.
I'm very.
I never saw that before. That's funny.
It was. I don't know why I didn't ask you years ago. Do you want to do a listener question or a listener story? Mm-hmm. We asked a while ago for people to send in kind of some of their work nightmare stories. Uh-huh. You and I have been talking about doing this for years, but Sassy Cece, yeah, she's been around forever. She sent in a pretty cool story that we'll play.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Rare Form Radio.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, Rare Form Radio. It's Cece calling. I just wanted to share a work story that I've got. I used to work for an adult entertainment company. It was softcore porn on the building that I worked in. It was nothing but females. They would come in 3 days a week, different girls every week, do their stuff. We'd shoot for a magazine and videos. And then the head of the company decided to change our format. So we started going hardcore, which meant that the male talent had to start coming into work. And I remember one of the first times we had a male talent come in, they were getting ready to set up the scene for that day that they were going to record. And I was the front receptionist, but the office was so small that I would help everybody. The office side, the production side, the stylist, anything they needed assistance with, I helped them. So I was helping production one day. I can't even remember doing what, but I remember walking into the room, everybody's talking, and the male talent standing there, and he's rubbing himself to get hard for the scene that they were going to start shooting. It was so disgusting. I was so grossed out. And every once in a while, you can hear them being really loud and screaming and stuff. And I'm in the front office on the phone, and then you can hear them moaning and screaming. It was bizarre. It was a great job. I actually loved it because the people were there. People working there were really great. And so, yeah, that's my weird work story. Enjoy. Thanks for the show, guys. Love ya.
Thank you, Cece.
So
I thought girls loved watching guys.
Well, you can hear moaning and screaming at the work that we do just whenever Dan has to do anything physical.
God,
but
he's not wrong.
So our friend Dave, has shot a porn.
Mr. Navarro.
Yeah, Mr. Navarro, which won some award for.
Oh, I think you meant the number that he made on his own.
I shot.
He directed
a porn that was up for a porn award, and he won some category. But anyway, I shot a lot of the behind the scenes stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I've been on more than a few porn sets. Just
how come?
I knew,
Yeah, why?
Well, I just knew a bunch of people in that world, and Dave did as well.
Performers or people on crew and
both.
Okay.
And exactly, I knew she was going there in the story. The one thing that's jarring that is my go-to every time when you think, okay, I'm a dude, I'm on a porn set, and there's naked chicks, and there's tits and pussies and blah, 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 blah. And I don't remember any of that. What I remember is dudes like talking to the director, and they're completely naked and oiled up and everything, and they're like, and they're not just going like this.
They're kneading.
And they're like, yeah, okay, so when you want me to spread her legs, and then I should fuck her like that for 2 minutes, and then flip her over, and they're just
mechanical.
Like it's like nothing. Like that's what they do. And I was like there's a few dudes that were in some of the films that have been in multiple porn. And anytime like I haven't been watching too much porn lately in my life, which maybe I should get back to a little bit.
It's good stuff.
But anytime I go on RedTube or YouPorn or any of those sites like that, and if I click on something and one of those guys is in it, I'm like, delete, like close the window because it kills it for me. Like,
I believe it.
But I know exactly the traumatizing way that the eyes she saw it through, because I was like, oh my god, I can't take this. Like, and they all do it. It's part of their job. Like,
I cannot imagine like how much if you had to get hard stroking your dick looking into my eyes. Is there any scenario where it could work?
No, there's no. Like I couldn't.
Let's try on 3.
Yeah, I can't believe they can do it. Like
me
just
either.
with people around. Like
me either. I cannot imagine being sexual with another dude near me in within 100 yards. I don't know. I just can't.
I've been in situations where it's been threesomes.
Come back this way a little bit. You're out of the shot a little bit. There you go. Yeah.
After your porn shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been in situations, threesome type of situations, and it's very difficult.
With a guy.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Where it's just like, dude,
please don't look at me.
Don't touch me. Don't look at me. You know what I mean? Like
I've seen.
You stay on that end.
I've seen plenty of porns, the threesomes with 2 dudes, the devil's threesome they call it, where they're trying to DP a girl, and the guy will try to go in, and his head will rub across the other guy's balls.
No, there was none of that going on.
And that's what makes me, that's my pop shot.
With me, the times that I've done it, it's always been one on one end, one on the other end, and that's that.
One of us would have to wear a blindfold. What?
I feel like there's still like cross-contaminate. Like there's got to be. You don't touch each other at all?
One's in the mouth and one's in the other end.
But your hands by accident, nothing?
You gotta be. I think you gotta be very careful.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Or
I haven't done it a ton of times, but the couple of times that happened.
You never looked at each other or any kind of like.
No.
How do you decide?
The only time like
who to switch, or is there like a timer?
Oh no,
goes
I
off?
just stayed where I was.
Okay. All right.
You know.
It's so strange.
Stay where you are.
Interesting.
So strange. If we had a threesome, would you want it to be with another guy or another girl?
Girl.
All right, we'll work it out.
And during the
DMs are open.
During the You're Not Wayne story, there was a few guys there.
Oh man.
And I was like,
yeah.
I didn't partake when anybody else was. I went first, and I was done. Like I just stayed in the room.
Fuck. It's so weird. You want to wrap up or talk about one more thing?
Whatever you want. If you want to talk about more.
What do you have thoughts on AI?
The only thing I ever think about with AI is the date that Skynet becomes self-aware. That's all I think of. And you know what I'm talking about, what movie I'm talking about.
Of course, Terminator. I mean,
that's all I can think of. This is going to end badly.
It's like October 17th, 1997.
Yeah, something like that.
To be,
yeah. I forget. I don't know the movie well enough to remember the date of the, but it's the date when Skynet becomes self-aware.
Yep.
That's all I remember. And it's like, well, no shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's frightening. I saw was it you who sent it to me? The AI generated movie trailer?
No. But I've seen AI commercials, like pizza commercials.
Somebody typed in a bunch of keywords or whatever to construct a movie trailer. And it looks like a trailer you would see for a film like that, like perfectly cut, the storyline, the shots and everything. It's all AI generated. There's not one human component to it other than the person who put in the keywords.
Are there people in the trailer?
There's computer generated
That's what I mean.
people, yeah.
Do they look right, or do they have that uncanny kind of?
Well, they have a little bit of the
dead?
uncanny, like there's not, yeah, but still, it was like, this is what trailers look like. Like, it's, you know what I mean? And I was having a conversation with somebody about it, and they were like, this is gonna kill the film industry, like actors and this. And I'm like, it's not, because it'll make those independent, heartwarming human stories that are done right even more special. But yeah, it's just,
but the AI will also learn. Like, you lose that human touch. It hasn't learned the human touch.
That's what I mean.
Yet, but
yeah,
it
but
will.
it will. Yeah.
And it'll be, like I said before, we're going to be at a point in 10 years where you turn on Netflix and you say, hey, give me a movie with Keanu Reeves set in the 60s where he's like an assassin in Japan.
Yeah,
and I got to be somewhere, so make it 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And it'll just start playing.
Yeah.
And that's what the film industry is going to be.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring up this. There's a new, the headline is AI takes on grief and loss with a new chatbot that lets you talk to dead loved ones. Jesus. So,
just fucking take mushrooms. Like, we don't need this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The
Like,
quote is, you absolutely don't need consent from someone who's dead, which is a nice way to start this. What does the future of grief and loss look like? An AI company called You, Only Virtual, is creating chatbots modeled after deceased loved ones, with its founder, Justin Harrison, telling Good Morning America that he hopes people won't have to feel grief at all. You, Only Virtual, scans text messages, emails, phone calls shared between an individual and the deceased person to create a chatbot that composes original written or audio responses mimicking the deceased person's voice and modeling the relationship and rapport that the two shared in life. The company, founded in 2020, hopes to offer a video chat option later this year, quote, and ultimately provide augmented reality that allows for interaction with three-dimensional projection.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Down. Like, first of
people
all,
need to feel grief.
I was just going to say, grief and loss are like how you
know what love feels
learn.
like.
Yeah. Like, yeah, grief and loss is a component we need.
Yes.
Actually. I don't like it.
And also, like, when my parents are gone, I don't want to see them again.
Yeah. And how is
just kidding,
just
but I
think
love
about
that.
no, but think about the ramifications of that. Like, people might go insane from having conversations with lost loved ones or whatever. Like, the human brain might not be able to handle that.
Right.
The fact that you're talking to them, but they are gone. They're
Yes.
not real. It's not here. You know what I mean?
And it would be a matter of time before
it's just going to be the human race is going to end up, everyone's going to be a fucking serial killer. Like, in 100 years from now. You know what I mean? Like,
and those bots or whatever will be hackable and compromised, and then someone can like feed you weird information or and then you know that those consciousness or whatever the AI
I can't even deal
be,
with the fucking ice cream lick, like, let alone this shit.
and you know that
on your dead grandma.
and eventually
Yeah.
you'll be able to put that AI personality into a robot modeled after the dead loved one, or like
There was a movie about that, or maybe it
There's
was
a
a
bunch
Black
of- there's a
Mirror.
few
Was it a
movies.
Black Mirror though? Episode?
I don't know, maybe I don't remember, maybe
It was really good.
kind of. Yeah, there's been that's been
Yes.
tackled a few times.
It was a Black Mirror where it's
white
like,
guy.
yeah, and it's his wife, and they're like out in the countryside,
Yes.
and they open the box, and it's
Yes.
a robot.
Oh,
of
yeah,
him.
yeah,
And she puts him in the bathtub or something to bring
Yeah.
him back to life.
Yep.
Yeah. Like,
It
just
did
to
not go
unwrap
well.
them. Yeah,
But
and it doesn't go well.
that will be happening
That's the thing.
if we don't Wisenheimer ourselves into oblivion. It's a matter of that will happen in not much time.
I agree.
Like
That's the thing that I
if your
don't
kids,
like.
If your kids survive to be our age, I cannot imagine what life
the
is
world
going
is
to
going
be
to be like. I think about that too. And the other thing I think about is there was a point in time, the way technology was moving in my lifetime, where I could say, well, I wouldn't have to worry about that because that'll happen after I'm long gone. But it seems like the wheels have been spun up very fast. Like
in 100 years, what we've done in 100
that I never
years.
thought I would see in my lifetime, I'm already seeing.
Yeah. Shit we've done in 20 years, let alone 100.
There wasn't. I don't think there was television in 1923, was there?
Dude, when I moved out here, fucking cell phones weren't a thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
we were born
phones, not
pre-internet.
smartphones, cell phones.
No internet.
Yeah.
We
No
didn't have
internet. I had to type
Did
when
you
I
have a-
handed in a paper when I was a
Can I ask
kid
you
in
a-
school on a typewriter.
Can I ask you a dumb question? I actually don't know. There was color TV when you were born, right?
Yeah.
That was in the 50s or 60s that started.
I think the late 60s is when color TV. Yeah.
Because we still had in our house, remember those like portable TVs that had the handle that you'd put on the counter? Those were always in black
But I
and white.
had there was all when the first TVs when I remember being a kid were all black and white, but there was color already.
Okay, so you had a black and
But
white
that
TV.
was a luxury. Oh yeah, like the
and you're not even old.
no. I mean, like we had black and white TVs, rotary phones.
Yep.
So again,
My kids have never stuck their finger in a rotary phone, and like
have they
shit
seen
like
a phone
that.
booth?
Yes, because there's like
And you
a
pointed
few
it out.
defunct ones. Yeah, and there's like
Hey kids, Dad, shut up in that
there
one.
was one. Yeah, there was one in Japan that I took pictures of because it was just my god, there's a phone booth here.
And it was active?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
weird.
amazing.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
And the phone in it though was like digital and stuff, but it was an old style booth on the outside with a newer phone.
Very
on
Japanese.
the-
If I had room in a home, a phone booth would be a cool thing to have in a house.
I agree.
Like I don't know what
love
you can
them.
do in there, but something could be cool
I think
to
they're
have.
really neat.
Just think about a kid watching Bill and Ted's now. Like, what are they flying around the universe in?
Right.
Like, that's a
what is
phone
that?
booth. Yeah.
interesting.
Oh yeah.
There's so
so
many
strange.
references where I'm like, yeah, the thing or whatever it is to the kids, and they're like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yep.
I know that. I mean, we talk about UFO shit and technology, but if there's anything that's 1,000 years ahead of us or 1,000,000 years, just imagine what we'll be able to do in 100 years with technology.
Oh, I know.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't think there'll be any jobs. I think we'll just be like
It'll be a
in
completely
digital
different
world
society.
where people are plugged in at home, and we're just like lumpy flesh tubes.
Yeah.
that are connected to some cerebral.
It's like it's that kids movie, Wall-E.
Wall-E,
Did you see it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Where
even
it's-
think we'll
it's a
be
robot?
flesh.
Like people don't even have. They're not moving, so like
Right.
everybody's just like roly poly and like they
Yeah.
don't walk around
Yeah.
or anything. And
So weird. You saw Strange Days, right? With Ray Fiennes, where like they where they have this like digital thing you put on your head, then you experience
didn't
other
see it.
people's memories.
no, I didn't see that.
So you can like you put it on and you feel what it's like to be a murderer.
Right.
And people sell these
I
memories.
know the movie. I know what
you
it
gotta
is,
see
but
it.
I've never seen it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you love it, but you get this thing where you or like it's on the black market where you're like, I want to know what it feels like to be murdered. Like
Right.
and you put it on and you experience someone's
Oh,
death
yeah,
or
yeah.
murder.
That's crazy.
And
I love
we're gonna
that.
we're gonna get
But
there
we're gonna
too.
get- yeah.
It's a wild movie.
My whole philosophy on all this kind of shit is, since I was a kid, is if you can think it, it can be made. Like if you can have the thought, imagination wise, of anything, it can happen. Someone's already doing
That's
it.
why
you know?
horror movies, to bring it back, like that's why horror movies have always freaked me the fuck out, because I'm like, someone thought of that fucking crazy ass
Yeah, yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
and they
Made it. Yeah.
yeah, because it can, if you think it can happen.
Yeah.
When I watch those gore videos, you guys would not believe the kind of ideas people have of how to hurt people.
Yeah. That's why I can't watch them.
Right.
You know.
I'm slowing down on them.
Yeah.
There's been some stuff recently where I'm like, I really should back out of this.
I really made a bad decision. Being
Yeah.
this guy.
Well, UFOs
I'm taking
have
these
taken
tits
over.
elsewhere. Yeah, UFOs
Yeah.
are taking
Concentrate
over.
on UFOs.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, I
that's
am.
much
Did you see the
safer.
thing I sent you of proof on Instagram?
No, not yet.
Look at
Look
it
at it right now.
real fast.
If you're gonna make a joke out of it, I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna make a joke out of it.
I'm kidding. I got a joke about it more. I've been completely ignoring Instagram for weeks and weeks. Oh, you've sent me a lot of stuff.
Go back to where I wrote, bro, proof.
Okay.
Because usually I just send. I don't write anything.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I've seen this person.
With the platoon music.
I wouldn't have picked out the music.
That's from I mean, it's famous Samuel Barber It's a famous
Your
classical
cousin,
song.
Your cousin liked this video. Weird. That's fucking strange.
I mean, I don't know what the video is.
Oh, that's nothing wild.
It's just like an alien guy dressed up as an alien on a New York subway, and he's like pointing through the glass to someone, and I was just like, "Bro, proof! Finally,
finally, this is what we've been looking for."
It's the real deal.
Oh, wild shit! What the hell's that? Oh God. Anyway, we've done enough here.
Yes.
Again, check the show description for links for the GoFundMe's for Todd's base. We're gonna call it Todd's family.
Yeah. So
this is your family.
This is my family. In fact, legitimately my goddaughter.
Yeah.
Like, and this isn't just one of my friend's kids that I'm the guy.
Yep.
Like, we had a religious ceremony appointing me the godfather of this.
Everyone in this room has
everything.
donated. We've had a lot of our fans have donated, and thank you
and I
guys for
appreciate
supporting.
that.
It means everything. If you can help these families, please do. And yeah, that's it. Yes.
Is money the best way to help, or is
Hand jobs or money, I think, is probably the best.
right?
Yeah.
No,
Or
seriously.
anal?
Yeah.
No, but really, is like
Yeah, I
is
get. I
sending
mean, like,
goods
I'm.
helpful?
Unless you can send houses over there.
Yeah,
Well,
I
no,
mean,
but
I can.
goods.
I'm working with a couple of people that are sending some tangible goods too, and those, of course, help in the moment. But barring getting them sent to the proper place and the shipping and all that, it's probably easiest and best to donate direct. Yeah.
And we've offered our home if you have any friends that need to stay here.
yeah.
Are you have anyone coming to stay with you?
I put it out there.
Good.
Like, you have, my setup. I have a whole back house.
Yep.
I'm like, you have a house if you want. Just come here. And
Todd, thank you very much. Dickless, you're the best. And talk to you soon.
Are you speaking to yourself?
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.